check. Mic testing. 1, 2, 3. Check. Test. Check. Test. 1, 2. Check. Good morning and welcome to the Sharjah International Cricket Stadium, the third T20 of the women's games here between Pakistan women and the New Zealand women. I'm Neil and with me for the pitch report is Charvi.
Good morning, Neil, and good morning to all our viewers. We will run through a bit of a pitch just before the toss, and we will be forwarding to the toss. So as for what we can see, a nice hard pitch.
Absolutely.
There are no cracks as such. I think it looks a good wicket to bat. Probably a little bit of an overnight dew that might help the first hour to the bowlers. But my guess would be win the toss and bat first.
Well, absolutely. Sharjah has been a batting paradise and we're looking for a run fest even today. Up to the toss in a bit.
Thank you.
Welcome back to the Sharjah International Cricket Stadium. It is the third T20 between the New Zealand women and the Pakistan women. In readiness, we have the match referee, Mr. Mohammad Anis, and the skipper of Pakistan, Bisma Maroof, and Susie Bates, the skipper of New Zealand. Time for toss. The coin is with Bisma Maroof. Tail is the call. Tails it is. New Zealand's got the toss this time yet again. Susie, congratulations on the toss yet again.
Yeah, had a couple in a row, so that's good. I haven't got a good record, so it's nice to win a few tosses.
Well, they say well begun is half won. Do you still believe in it with winning the toss?
Yeah, I think so. Look, we like batting first, and on a used wicket, it's going to be good to get out here and hopefully get the best of the conditions. But I don't think it'll change too much, and we've got to score as many runs as we have in the last couple of games.
Any change in the teams?
Yeah, we have Amelia Kerr back in the side for Sam Curtis, and Hannah Rowe gets her first 2020 game, and she's come in for Holly Huddleston.
Lovely, congratulations for the 2 wins and all the best for this game today.
Thank you very much.
Bisma, what's with you and the tosses? 2 in the row.
I think I'm very unlucky, and I need to work on that as well.
So, if you had won the toss, would you change the plans and strategies, or would you still stick to fielding first?
Yeah, we would have bat first, but unfortunately I lost the toss, but we would like to get them out under 130. I think it would be a good total for us to chase down.
Any changes in the team?
It's inside.
Lovely. All the best and do well. Thank you so much. So the news from the centre is Susie Bates from New Zealand has won the toss and they have elected to bat first.
A 100 international cricket stars are about to step up the game. Shahid Afridi, Virender Sehwag, Kumar Sangakkara, Evan Morgan, Shakib Al Hasan, Sarfaraz Ahmed. 90 minutes, 10 overs, 6 teams. Live from Sharjah Cricket Stadium, 14th to 17th December, T10 Cricket League.
Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. Hello. Hello, hello. Hello.
Good morning and a warm welcome to the live stream of for the game that is happening at Sharjah Cricket Stadium between Pakistan women and New Zealand women, and we are in the third T20 with just one more to go after this one. New Zealand won the toss today and have put themselves to bat yet again, so it will be a start here from Pakistan, and they will be looking to win this game to level, to at least give themselves an opportunity to level the series. And the bowling kicks off from the pavilion end by Ayman Anwar, and the first run's coming from a good single there from Sophie Devine. And with me in the comm box is Neil. Good morning, Neil.
Good morning, Chari, and a very good toss to win here for New Zealand. It is a used wicket. It was the same wicket on which the second T20 was played, and thus winning the toss and electing to bat. A very good call there by Susie Bates. Bisma Maroof mentioned that she felt that she was a little unlucky with the toss, with two tosses in fact lost, that she's lost back to back, and though would want to keep the opposite number down to 130, and that's the plan. I mean, she thinks that if they restrict New Zealand to 130, they have the game in hand.
Yeah, well, I'm sure, because Pakistan, in terms of batting, we've seen it, in the previous games, they have reached that 130 mark, with ease, and that is something that gives them that sort of a comfort, that, anything below 140 is something that they will be able to achieve. And I'm sure, Pakistan should be coming all blazing on today in the game against New Zealand. They have been successful, so New Zealand have a 2-0 lead in the series already. To give themselves a chance to level the series, they've got to win the game today.
Oh, absolutely. And to look at it from that perspective, they've started really well, Pakistan, with Ayman Anwar bowling really, really well. She has been the pick of the bowlers, Charvi, after Diana Baig, who's not playing the T20s, and Ayman Anwar has gotten that spot. She has been doing really, really well.
Yeah, she's really, since the time she has been given an opportunity in the 11, she's made it a mark, bowled wonderful spells, and, also picked up the key wickets, restricted the runs. That's the most thing. The first, that's going to be a wide delivery from Ayman Anwar. And unlike the past two games, Neil, she has started off from the far end, but today she's starting off from the pavilion end.
Well, absolutely. I mean, Bisma Maroof, we know that she has this knack of changing the ends of the bowlers, and this time round she thought that she could probably try going the other way around. Meanwhile, the first boundary comes off the New Zealand innings, a beautiful cut shot going all the way to the fence. No disturbance to the fielders. They didn't have to move an inch apart from that dive that came through from the point fielder. Not too much to be done, and that's a 4 for Sophie Devine.
Yeah, well, Sophie Devine, if we talk about her, there are no questions asked when it comes to her batting. Fully entertainment-packed batting is what I would say from her. She hits those shots, and Neil, for sure, I am looking up for that big 6 to come again very, very soon.
Oh, those big hits that she did, she was hitting in the second T20, those were amazing. I mean, it was such a free flow of runs coming in from the bat of Sophie Devine, and the region that she had picked was between long on and mid wicket. I mean, that was a zone. That was a zone where the New Zealand dugout is, and in fact, a couple of shots of hers actually went on to meet her friends in the dugout.
It did. The last game, we did see some big hits coming from. She scored her 66 of just 40 deliveries. Neil, it says so much about their experience and so much about the quality of cricket that they play back home. We see it, when we come here early in the day, in the morning, just before the toss, we see them warming up. You can tell so much about, their love for the game, even from the Pakistan point of view. So that will be the end of the over. So 8 runs coming from it, 1 over gone.
100 international cricket stars are about to step up the game. Shahid Afridi, Virender Sehwag, Kumar Sangakkara, Ewan Morgan, Shakib Al Hasan, Sarfaraz Ahmed. 90 minutes, 10 overs, 6 teams. Live from Sharjah Cricket Stadium, 14th to 17th December, T10 Cricket League.
Oh, Natalia Khan from the Natalia Pervez from the other end. Not bad. And her run-up looks nice. Like straight on her.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a new bowler coming in from the far end, Natalia Pervez, number 99, who got her opportunity to perform in the T20s. Her debut was in the second T20, where she didn't get to bowl, but even in the batting she got a run out. Unfortunately, just scoring a single. So I mean, not a great start for her in the first T20 of hers. The debut was not something that she would want to remember, but here she's got an opportunity to share the new ball with Ayman Anwar, and I'm so sure the way she runs in, Charvi, she's one player to look out for.
Yes, very steady run up for Natalia Pervez, and she comes in really well. And I think a good delivery to start off with, two good deliveries for her. And if you talk about a few changes, Pakistan going unchanged in the third T20, and two changes in for New Zealand. Hannah Rowe and Emilia Kerr, they come in for Sam Curtis and Holly Huddleston. Leah Tahuhu also given a bit of a break. I think she has been on a break since the past game.
Well, yes, she is, and what we've seen over here is some good changes that New Zealand has done in their lineup, and Natalia Pervez meanwhile coming in, she's bowling really tight, and 3 deliveries she's bowled, and all 3 of them dots. Amazing line and length over there, and I wonder why wasn't she allowed to bowl in the first and in the second T20 that she was made to play in. I mean, look at it, the way she comes in running, and the line and length is immaculate. I mean, bowling to a batter like Sophie Devine, who's in immaculate form, and not letting her score off your deliveries, well, she's definitely got that one up.
Yeah, I'm sure also for Sophie Devine, if you look at it from a batsman's point of view, that's gone up in the air, and that might be taken, and that will be the first blow, and it is Sophie Devine. She is going to have to walk back, and is going to be an unfortunate blow for Pakistan, and this is a surprise package, Neil. And she's picked up a wicket. She was dodging Sophie Devine for 3 deliveries. In the 4th one, the ball does go up in the air, and a good catch taken there in the deep. So 8 for 1 and 1.4 overs.
Well, absolutely. And look at those girls. They are so happy. They are so elated. They know that they've taken out Sophie Devine, the dangerous Sophie Devine, who's just scored 6 runs off 7 deliveries. And look at this. It's nothing else but really good bowling. 3 deliveries bowled right on the line. And the 4th one, Sophie Devine was under pressure because she's not the kind of batter who you can keep quiet for long. And she got that opportunity. She thought the ball is coming in, and there was a fielder set in at the deep mid-wicket region for just that shot, and that's what has happened. The first wicket falls, and Pakistan, I'm so sure, would be very, very happy. And Natalia Pervez, well, she's an impressive girl.
Yes, just as we anticipated for her bowling. What a good ball that was from Natalia Pervez. And the new batsman to join the skipper, Susie Bates, out there in the middle. It is Maddie Green, who's walked out a bit of a promotion. We've seen Amy Satterthwaite come in, or Katie Perkins come in at number 3. But we have Maddie Green, who's been given a bit of a chance there to come up on number 3 and bat. So Natalia Pervez to continue. And this is going to be a good one from her. Yet again, good delivery. Good delivery. The ball moving, getting a bit of movement. If we talk about the pitch, Neil, we did go down for a bit of a pitch award. We did tell our viewers a little bit about what the pitch looks like. It's a hard pitch. It's a very good batting wicket. I think just because of the moisture, which, the ground looks dry as well. So this is a good pitch for batting today.
Well, absolutely. And probably knowing the fact that it is a nice, solid hard wicket, Pakistan has chosen to bring in 2 medium pacers from both the ends, and normally we've seen that they generally bring in a spinner to start the proceedings, but here on we've seen both the seam up bowlers coming in action, and this is a very good delivery for Natalia Pervez to end the over. It's 9, the loss of 1 wicket after 2 overs.
A 100 international cricket stars are about to step up the game. Shahid Afridi, Virender Sehwag, Kumar Sangakkara, Ewan Morgan, Shakib Al Hasan, Sarfaraz Ahmed. 90 minutes, 10 overs, 6 teams. Live from Sharjah Cricket Stadium, 14th to 17th December, T10 Cricket League.
Ayman Anwar to continue from the pavilion end, and she will be bowling to skipper Susie Bates. Good shot. Will go straight to the fielder. So one more run. And, I mean, we've seen how they capitalize. Obviously, Sophie Devine being the more dominant batsman, she would capitalize in the power play in the 3rd over now. So 3 more overs to go in the power play. She was the one, who used to dominate. But I think today a commendable job to Pakistani bowlers, and also a very good catch taken there by Naida Khan. I think she was the one, in the deep, taking that catch. Sidra Amin, actually. So good controlled catch from the fielder coming in from the deep as well. So I think what Pakistani players will look to do now is to restrict their total to the minimum possible. I think if they get it below 140, it is already a win-win for them. But if they want to add that additional element of pressure onto New Zealand, they would want to restrict them to less than 100 runs. And that'll be something which will be a good total.
Well, that will be a very big challenge from here on, Charvi, because New Zealand does bat really, really deep, and to try and restrict them below 100, that's going to be a very big task. But nonetheless, I mean, the way Pakistan has started, anything is possible. They've got rid of Sophie Devine very early, and that's what we were talking about during the over break, that in the 3rd ODI, when Sophie Devine got out really cheaply, in fact on 2 runs, that was the ODI that Pakistan won.
Yeah.
And, so there is a correlation. The first ODI she scored 100, the second ODI she scored a half century, and both of these were won by New Zealand. The third one, where she got out on 2, Pakistan came trumps. Here again an opportunity.
Yes, it is an opportunity for Pakistan to make a mark there, and good delivery yet again. The ball just going down the leg side for Ayman Anwar, and we've seen. And in the previous games, even in the first over that she bowled, Ayman Anwar, she's got the tendency to bowl the balls going down the leg side. Probably, the idea for her would be to restrict the line and bowl those deliveries more towards the off stump and middle stump line, just to restrict Susie Bates, not give her enough room, to go for her shots and then play those big ones.
Well, right, and it is an packed offside field, but they're still able to steal those singles. This one was silly, believe me, very, very silly. Played between the 2 fielders there, and a little collision between Natalia Pervez and that leads to, in fact, a couple of runs, not even just a single. 2 runs coming in for that delivery, which should have been a dot, but nonetheless. Charvi, if you see the line that Ayman Anwar is bowling, they've got 2 fielders in the deep. There is a long on and a deep mid wicket, and because of which they have ensured that even if the ball is travelling towards the middle and leg stump, there's nothing more than a single that the batters can get, and that is exactly what we've seen in this delivery as well.
Yeah, that's true. I think if they restrict the more number of runs to come, that will be great. So 3 overs gone. It's 14 for 1.
100 international cricket stars are about to step up the game. Shahid Afridi, Virender Sehwag, Kumar Sangakkara, Ewan Morgan, Shakib Al Hasan, Sarfaraz Ahmed. 90 minutes, 10 overs, 6 teams. Live from Sharjah Cricket Stadium, 14th to 17th December, T10 Cricket League.
So it's going to be Natalia Khan from the far end, continuing from where she left. Some splendid bowling there. Just getting a single, Susie Bates, and getting off strike. Maddie Green will face Natalia Pervez in this over for the first time. Maddie Green playing on 1 of 4 deliveries, Susie Bates on 7 of 8. New Zealand a total of 15 for the loss of 1 wicket. That wicket was of Sophie Devine, who was caught beautifully by Sidra Amin, running in from the fence to a delivery from Natalia Pervez in the very second over of the T20 that we are watching right now. This one played towards the third man region. A chase for Sadia Youssef will give it up halfway, and the ball will run to the fence for a 4.
Yes, that will be the welcome boundary coming in for New Zealand. Will give them a bit of relief as well. Taking their score on to 19 now. And a good angling shot there from Maddie Green. Just let it go there. Use the pace of the ball. And if you look at the figures, except this boundary that went Neil for Natalia Pervez, in 1.2 overs, it was 2 runs and a wicket. That's his really good figures for a bowler to come in and to bowl those really good deliveries, get the opener out. Yet again, good delivery. She's got a bit of a hurried sort of an action. The gather is quick and down. She's, we see a lot of bowlers who take a lot of time when it comes to their gather, in their load up, as we say it. But she gets very quickly through that, and I think she's bowling at very good pace.
Well, that hurried up action, Jarvi, also leads to a tad bit of confusion in the mind of a batter, because normally when you see bowlers coming in, charging into you, your eyes are set on where their hands are moving. And the moment there is something different in front of your eyes, there is an element of doubt that gets into the batter's mind, and that is what leads to the confusion that we've seen. But nonetheless, nothing to take away from Natalia Pervez. Every bowler has their own unique action, and sometimes it works to your advantage.
Well, it has been working to her advantage at the moment. If you see it, and good glove work yet again from the keeper, and the wide signal. So the first extra being bowled by Natalia Pervez, given an opportunity in the previous T20, and she's making her mark here in the second one. So a good set of overs we're looking forward to. I'm sure that she will complete her spell of 4, but the thing to see now, Neil, would be she's in her second over. Will she get a break after? Will Bisma Maroof save her overs for later on, or will she get her to bowl the 4 overs on the trot and get them over with?
That was a beautiful delivery there by Natalia Pervez, and Sidra Nawaz has been really quick behind the wickets. She's standing up to a fast bowler, so that talks about her courage, and more so the gather and how quickly she pulls off the bails. This is very impressive, and we've seen Bisma Maroof has a knack of bowling her fast bowlers on the trot, 4 overs in a line, and that's what this one is stepping up. There is an opportunity, is it? And that is the wicket number 2. Maddie Green has to walk back, and Natalia Pervez striking again.
Well, something that they wouldn't have wanted. A good catch taken in the end there in the deep, and that is going to be a bit of a disappointment for New Zealand. 20 for 2 now, and Maddie Green has to walk back, and unfortunately for that wicket they did look for this partnership to get going, Neil, but Maddie Green walking back for 5 runs of 9 deliveries. And the new batsman to join in the skipper, Susie Bates, is Amy Satterthwaite. She's the number 4 batsman for New Zealand. Scored a decent couple of runs in the previous game, and we'll have to see if they can get this partnership going. They will have to, for a decent total, Neil, they will need this partnership to go forward. And as we can see from the current run rate, the projected score is just exactly 100. So this is going to be a bit of a challenge for New Zealand today, but a great set of bowling. So that was the end of the over as well. It's 4 overs gone. It was 20 for 2.
100 international cricket stars are about to step up the game. Shahid Afridi, Virender Sehwag, Kumar Sangakkara, Ewan Morgan, Shakib Al Hasan, Sarfaraz Ahmed. 90 minutes, 10 overs, 6 teams. Live from Sharjah Cricket Stadium, 14th to 17th December, T10 Cricket League.
So Ayman Anwar to continue from the pavilion end, and a good first dot delivery for her to start off with. And this is pressure on New Zealand today. They will be getting 2 early wickets. Neil will give them a lot of boost, a lot of confidence for them to, get sharp on the field. And is that a wicket? That is a bit of an appeal. But Amy Satterthwaite making it just in time, just in the right time into the crease, and quick run there been taken, but sharp fielding from the field coming in from the long on area, and it was Alia Riaz, the fielder, to throw it in. And they are looking, you can just tell how their confidence has been boosted up.
Oh, absolutely, Charvi. The entire unit looks all pumped up, and it was Alia Riaz who took that earlier catch of Maddie Green at the long on fence. And this throw coming in, again a direct hit. Amazing piece of fielding there. Meanwhile, Ayman Anwar coming in into her third over that she's bowling on the trot. Look at this, all the fielders are charged up. They're throwing the balls directly to the wickets. They're not passing it on to the wicket keeper. They are all attempting to get that one magical run out if possible. So it's looking very good. It's looking very good. A very good unit there, Pakistan. And I'm so sure that they would want to put some pressure on the new batter who's come in, Amy Satterthwaite, and try and see if they can probably get one more quick wicket here within the power play.
Yes, they would want to look at that, but that's a good shot there coming in from the left-hander Amy Satterthwaite. That will be a first boundary and a welcome one for New Zealand. So the 4 runs coming in in the power play, and they will want to get a little bit more, probably reach the 35 runs, 40 mark to get those runs in. So 26 for 2 now, 4.4 overs have gone, and Ayman Anwar to continue from the pavilion end, and it's a lefty-righty combination, Neil. So that is something. Full toss, put away, 1 bounce, and a chance there yet again. Susie Bates had taken off a bit of a start there, but good piece of fielding. Good piece of fielding from the skipper. From Sidra Amin yet again. I think she is on a roll here. Wherever the ball goes, I think that's where Sidra Amin is.
Well, absolutely. The catch that she took of Sophie Devine, that was amazing. The way she came charging in from the fence and ensured that it wasn't slipping out. Meanwhile, end of 5 overs, 26 for the loss of 2 wickets.
100 international cricket stars are about to step up the game. Shahid Afridi, Virender Sehwag, Kumar Sangakkara, Ewan Morgan, Shakib Ul Hasan, Sarfaraz Ahmed. 90 minutes, 10 overs, 6 teams. Live from Sharjah Cricket Stadium, 14th to 17th December, T10 Cricket League.
So Natalia Perkins continuing from the far end. She's been splendid, to say the least. 2 overs that she's bowled, she's given away not too many runs. To be specific, only 7 runs, and has got 2 wickets already. A wicket every over for Natalia Perkins, and if she continues that in this one, I am so sure New Zealand would be in very, very, very big trouble. Natalia Perkins, who did her debut in the previous T20, wasn't given an opportunity to bowl, and when she came down to bat, there was a massive target in front of her, and got run out, scoring a single run. So not a very fanciful debut for her, but this time round, when she's got a bowling debut to say so, she's doing really well. Sharing the new ball, Natalia Perkins in a 3rd over.
Yes, good delivery, but put away from Amy Satterway. The left-hander, the ball is running away towards the fence, but a bit of a chase there for the forward bowler, for the fielder, and the ball helping the fielder a little bit on that occasion. So just a couple of runs there. They will come back for the 2. Takes the total on to 29 now. And Neil, sometimes even in your batting lineups, a lot of things, they don't tend to work out in some ways. Sometimes, there are those bit of ups and downs that do come across. And even then, a slow delivery, a loopy one. She just left the ball in the air on that occasion. But well judged by A.V. Satterway, putting that away in good fashion. The end of the so there is 3 more deliveries to go in this over, and quick changes in the field for the right-hander coming in. Susie Bates onto the strike. So Natalia Purvey has to continue, and she's added a lot of pressure already. Neil, she's into a 3rd over, and I'm guessing Bisma Maroof has gone in with the plan that she is doing well, and let her complete her spell. So that'll be just the 1 run as well. So good deliveries coming in from from the debutant. And Neil, we've seen this in the past, even in the ODIs. The moment the players given an opportunity, they they give their all. They put their 100% in, just to ensure that they know they've got an opportunity after a very long time, and they have to really make a mark for it.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, look at this girl. She's just 21 years old, and I'm so sure she's been waiting for an opportunity, her chance to step into the playing 11 through the entire series, through the ODIs and through the first 2 T20s. She was sitting out on the benches and hoping for an opportunity. And when she's got it, well, she's grabbed it with both the hands. And look at this. I'm mighty impressed. Charvi, a little bit of cloud cover coming in there. Not too much, not as much as one would think when a game is going on in maybe England. But a little bit of cloud cover is a very big surprise in this part of the world.
Well, the ground does look in 2 shades, a bit sunny, and the cloud cover coming in. So that might just it has been a little cooler today. So
100 international cricket stars are about to step up the game. Shahid Afridi, Virender Sehwag, Kumar Sangakkara, Evan Morgan, Shakib Ul Hasan, Sarfaraz Ahmed. 90 minutes, 10 overs, 6 teams. Live from Sharjah Cricket Stadium, 14th to 17th December, T10 Cricket League.
So it's got change in bowling from the pavilion, and it is going to be the young Nasha Sandhu to continue, and a good first delivery, the ball going straight to the fielder. So it's going to be essential, Neil, the spells coming in from the spinners, how it could go both ways. Either New Zealand could really dominate and get those runs in, or it could be, the other way, where the spinners will get a lot of wickets and the total will be contained to, something that Pakistan will be able to easily chase in this third T20. But I think these are going to be the key overs now, starting from the 7th all the way up to the 15th.
Well, absolutely, Charvi. And Nasha Sandhu is a very smart bowler. She'll change her line and length depending on what the batter is trying to attempt. And this time round, when we saw Susie Bates trying to charge in, she bowled a shorter delivery and ensured that she can't make much of a contact. And it's very nice to see the way the Pakistani bowlers have been bowling and supported really well by the fielders. Not in this opportunity, but otherwise they have been doing really well. So it will be really nice to see if the spin attack continues from both the ends, because Pakistan does have some really good spinners. Probably we could see Sadia Yusuf coming in from the far end, and Sadia Yusuf is again known to create those chances.
And when she does create those chances, a very helpful shuffling on that occasion, and will want to take, but that's going to be a direct hit, and that will be a run out. That will be a run out, and that was the call for the non-striker, Amy Satterthwaite, starting off a little slow, and the wicket falling down for New Zealand, the third one, and this is delight here for Pakistan. They are on a roll today. The 3 wickets falling in quick succession, and this time it is Amy Satterthwaite. I think it was probably Susie Bates didn't realize there was the fielder there, but a slow start as well from Amy Satterthwaite, Neil.
Well, absolutely. See, the call when the ball goes behind the wickets is of the non-striker, and if Amy Satterthwaite was confident, and she was backing up quite a bit, if she was confident about the run, she should have sprinted, or she would have just called out no. So I personally think it's not Susie Bates who has to be blamed, because the ball was out of her side of line. It is completely Maddie Green's mistake. Amy Satterthwaite's mistake. She should have shouted out and said no. But again, a brilliant throw there by Sidra Amin. She has been in the pick of the field today. She's taken that catch to get rid of Sophie Devine, and now a brilliant direct hit to get rid of Amy Satterthwaite, and putting New Zealand in a very, very scary position there. 31 for 3, and we're just in the 7th over yet.
Yes, we're just in the 7th over, and the 3rd wicket has fallen. And to join the skipper out there is Katie Martin, who's walked out for New Zealand. And this is going to be an essential partnership here. I think what New Zealand require is a partnership worth at least 50 runs to put that decent amount of runs on the board. The Hannah Rowe and Amelia Kerr coming in for this 3rd T20. Next one, good delivery from Nashra Sandhu. So a maiden wicket over for the youngster. 7 overs gone. It's 31 for 3.
100 international cricket stars are about to step up the game. Shahid Afridi, Virender Sehwag, Kumar Sangakkara, Ewan Morgan, Shakib Al Hasan, Sarfaraz Ahmed. 90 minutes, 10 overs, 6 teams. Live from Sharjah Cricket Stadium, 14th to 17th December, T10 Cricket League.
So it is Sana Mir from the far end. A change in the bowling. Natalia Pervez, after a splendid spell of 3 overs that she bowled and got a couple of wickets there. She got 2 wickets and gave away just 12 runs. We see Sana Mir coming in. So it's the double spin attack from both the ends, starting off with a single, which the ball was doing a bit and was travelling towards the onside. Easy pickings there for the batters, and that'll take New Zealand score to 32 with the loss of 3 wickets. Martin, who's just come in, will give company to Susie Bates. Martin on strike, and it'll be nice to see what she does with the field, which is completely opened up on the onside. There is a backward square leg fielder, there is a deep mid wicket and a long on the onside fence, which is a solitary short mid wicket fielder inside the 30-yard circle. Meanwhile, this one played it back, and the long on fielder will have to come and do the cleanup act, while the offside field is completely packed. 4 fielders inside the offside, inside the 30-yard circle, and there is a long off fielder to ensure that Susie Bates doesn't take the aerial route.
Yeah, well, they've backed the key areas in the field to put that pressure onto Susie Bates, because Sana Mir is sliding the ball. A good delivery from Sana Mir. The loopy one skidding through the surface, going straight into the hands of the keeper, and dodging Susie Bates. We've seen Natalia Pervez has just walked off from the field. She's struggling with her leg. I think that was a bit of a slip that happened while she was fielding. So Iram Javed has come in as the 12th to cover up for her till she can be treated. And I'm sure she will come back in. She has to bowl 1 more over that is left in her spell. and we'll have to see how that goes. So Nasanami to continue. She has given away only 3 runs so far. Good delivery there from Sanamir. She's looping those balls up, Neil. She's really flighting those balls, giving that sort of a push, giving that sort of a temptation for them to step out and so that she can dodge them in that direction.
Well, yeah, but this time round, Katie Martin did step out, but couldn't convert that into anything worthwhile. Meanwhile, it is 34 for 3 after the 8 wickets.
100 international cricket stars are about to step up the game. Shahid Afridi, Virender Sehwag, Kumar Sangakkara, Ewan Morgan, Shakib Ul Hasan, Sarfaraz Ahmed. 90 minutes, 10 overs, 6 teams. Live from Sharjah Cricket Stadium, 14th to 17 December, T10 Cricket League.
So Nashra Sandhu to continue from the pavilion end, and a good shot there coming in from the skipper Susie Bates. Good back foot drive. The ball slowing down near the fence, so they will come back for 3 runs, 3 easy runs coming in for New Zealand. 8 overs had gone. It's 37 actually for 3 now. And for our viewers who might have just tuned in onto our YouTube channels on our webcast, we'd like to give you a quick update. New Zealand won the toss earlier today, elected to bat first, and they've lost 3 quick wickets. One of Sophie Devine, Maddie Green and Amy Satterthwaite. It is Susie Bates and Katie Martin out there in the middle, trying to battle it out for New Zealand to post a decent total, so that they are able to challenge Pakistan. But Pakistan women looking sharp here on the field. They have picked up the right wickets at the right times, and they are restricting those easy runs from coming in. So Nashra Sandhu continuing from the pavilion end.
Well, yeah, they will have to ensure that they do not get those easy runs. New Zealand, they are under pressure, and you can only mount more pressure by not giving them those easy runs. The first one was beautifully driven, and there was a good effort by Ayman Anwar, who dived and then got up and then ran to get the ball back to play. And here it's a lovely delivery there. Susie Bates trying to shuffle across, coming outside the off stump to create some room and play it on the onside. But a beautiful delivery by Nashra Sandhu left her missing everything. So Nashra Sandhu, as we were talking, is a very intelligent bowler. She does not work around in the standard operation ways. She does tease the batters. She tries to fox the batters. And just in this time, when if you see Susie Bates was trying to heave this one, again a ball that left her missing for everything. So again, it's a very good contest between the bowler and the batsman. Susie Bates knows that New Zealand needs to accelerate the scoring, and they need to do it right now. And at the same time, Nashra Sandhu realizes that and is trying to bowl every delivery a different one. Mixing it up this time round, will get a single, but he'll have to run in a dive put in by Susie Bates. A direct hit might have brought in something very interesting. Meanwhile, it is the end of the over, 39 for 3 after 9 overs.
A 100 international cricket stars are about to step up the game. Shahid Afridi, Virender Sehwag, Kumar Sangakkara, Ewan Morgan, Shakib Ul Hasan, Sarfaraz Ahmed. 90 minutes, 10 overs, 6 teams. Live from Sharjah Cricket Stadium, 14th to 17 December, T10 Cricket League.
So Sanamir to continue from the far end, bowling her second over. Give away just 3 runs in the first over, and as we can see, Susie Bates shuffling across the off stump, trying to make maximum room for herself, Neil. And I think she's really trying to go over the top to go over the fielder there at the mid wicket region to chip the ball over her and to cut that, but unfortunately she's not being able to do that very easily. She does seem to be struggling to get that ball over the head of the fielder there.
Well, yeah, not in this delivery. She wasn't able to actually get under the ball as well. So it will be something that she would want to keep an eye on, Sana Mir, knowing the fact that Susie Bates has been trying to play that shot every single time. The third dot ball in a row. Pressure for New Zealand. Susie Bates is trying to do something different, trying to play the shot over the short mid-wicket fielder and probably in an attempt to get a couple of runs. That fielder has been moved now towards the fine leg region, the short fine leg region, and there is a big gap now to play it on the onside and get at least a run or two. And that's what she does, sweeping it from outside the off stump, and will get a single. Susie Bates getting off strike, bringing Katie Martin on strike now.
I think what Pakistan would want to do is to give maximum strike to Katie Martin. She is the new one in, the unsettled batsman who has walked in for New Zealand, just facing 4 deliveries. They would want to add that additional amount of pressure on her. The ball going over the head, just what they wanted, stepping out, putting the ball just where in the right area, the ball going over the fielder there at the cover, and that will be a welcome boundary for New Zealand. Has quickly taken up their score on to 44, and this is good stuff, I think, from New Zealand. They will need to recover. It is very essential that this partnership really goes on for them. Sana Mir coming in for the next delivery, flighted. Much better delivery. Good cricket, intelligent cricket, just taking the single. They will settle for that. So Katie Martin will keep strike. 10 overs gone. We're halfway through, and it's 45 for 3.
100 international cricket stars are about to step up the game. Shahid Afridi, Virender Sehwag, Kumar Sangakkara, Ewan Morgan, Shakib Ul Hasan, Sarfaraz Ahmed. 90 minutes, 10 overs, 6 teams. Live from Sharjah Cricket Stadium, 14th to 17th December, T10 Cricket League.
So change in the bowling from the pavilion end, and we see Sadia Yusuf coming in to take charge of the bowling attack after Nashra Sandhu, who was taking care of the spin from pavilion end. Sadia Yusuf, we've known her to be one of those bowlers who ensures and tries and creates those chances, and that is what Biswa Maroof would be looking at, trying to get that attacking field and get a wicket or two from Sadia Yusuf. Again, a similar setting of the field, the packed offside field inside the circle, and then there's a solitary long off fielder on the offside, and that is in shape of Iram Javed, who is replacing Natalia Pervez, who stepped out for a bit, and we haven't seen her getting back on the field yet.
Well, I'm sure she's getting a bit treated there. She had a bit of a slip there when she was fielding onto the cover region, and that's probably the reason. That is the reason why she has gone back into the dressing room for a quick treatment, and she will be back home once the physio and the staff has helped her, just given her a bit of a temporary recover it, and she will be back. Sadia Yusuf to continue. Good delivery, shuffling across Katie Martin and putting the ball away right away, but they will just get a single of that. And Neil, because they are not able to get the runs in the front of the wicket, they're trying to shuffle across and play those shots behind the stumps so that they are able to get those runs in. I think from what they expected, the runs are a little too low.
Well, I'm so sure they wouldn't have expected such a scoring pattern for themselves, but all said and done, they will have to do a lot better from here on. They have lost 3 wickets, and 3 important wickets, and including that one of Sophie Devine. Susie Bates will have to play a captain's knock to ensure that New Zealand reaches a respectable total, if nothing more, at least 120 230 because yes, it is a used wicket. Yes, it will slow down in the second innings, but from the texture of the pitch, it won't change so much that New Zealand will be able to defend a low score of 100 or so.
True, goes up, that's gone in the aerial route, and that will be a couple of bounces straight to the fielder. And the good throw coming in, and the fielder there was Rahida Khan from the deep mid-wicket region. Good shot coming in from Katie Martin. A controlled one, that to Neil. She knew, I think, exactly where the fielders are. She did place the shot there in no man's land. Would have probably cleared the fence, but the fielder coming in at the right time, so a couple of runs for them, takes the total on to 49. Good delivery from Sadia Yusuf. Good one to end the over. 11 overs gone, it's 49 for 3.
100 international cricket stars are about to step up the game. Shahid Afridi, Virender Sehwag, Kumar Sangakkara, Ewan Morgan, Shakib Al Hasan, Sarfaraz Ahmed. 90 minutes, 10 overs, 6 teams. Live from Sharjah Cricket Stadium, 14th to 17 December, T10 Cricket League.
Sanamir to continue from the far end. Next one by Susie Bates. Successful to clear the fielder at mid-wicket, and she will cross over for a single. Then the fielder at the short mid-wicket region is the skipper Bisma Maroof, and this is what she was trying to do in the previous over, Neil, to get the ball past Bisma Maroof.
Well, yeah, and it wouldn't be a very difficult task if you get under the ball. Bisma Maroof is not one of the taller ones in the team, so it's not something very difficult. Meanwhile, a miscued shot there will give a big chase for Sadia Yusuf, and the batters will cross over for 2. And Katie Martin, I sense, is the one who's been given the charge of taking the risks. She is the one who hit that big shot on the mid-wicket region in the previous over. Again, this time around, stepped out to play it against Sanamir. The ball took the inside edge and went towards the fine leg region. And Sadia Yusuf from the third man region had to run down and get that ball in. So to cover that shot, now they have a short fine leg fielder on the 30-yard circle, and that is Nashra Sandhu there. So knowing the fact that Katie Martin will go for the big ones, this one has been cut away beautifully, and Zaveria Khan, the fielder on this time, just a single.
Quick feats, quick legs we've seen from Pakistan's end today, Neil. They have really run around the field, not let those boundaries go, chase the ball down. If you compare it to the previous games, they've really done well when it comes to restricting the number of runs. And what has helped them in to give themselves a reward is the wickets also have fallen the next delivery. Stepping out, Susie Bates plays that pull shot going towards the deep mid-wicket region, and that will be just the one. They will come back for 2 runs. And Neil, Susie Bates as well, she does realize at some point she will have to start attacking. It's 12th over. 8 more overs to go after this one, and the total, as we would have possibly expected from New Zealand's end, is quite low.
Very true there. This one played towards the third man region. They would want to go for the big shots, and that's what they're trying, but they're not able to convert them. It was a nice, juicy full toss that Susie Bates earlier went behind, but all that she could manage was to play it between the 2 fielders, and they had to just come, collect and throw it back, and 2 runs is what she got. On any other day, well, that ball would have definitely crossed over the boundary line. Meanwhile, a single for Katie Martin, and that'll be the end of the over. 56 for 3 after 12 overs.
100 international cricket stars are about to step up the game. Shahid Afridi, Virender Sehwag, Kumar Sangakkara, Ewan Morgan, Shakib Al Hasan, Sarfaraz Ahmed. 90 minutes, 10 overs, 6 teams. Live from Sharjah Cricket Stadium, 14th to 17 December, T10 Cricket League.
12 overs gone. It's 57 for 3, and it is going to be Sadia Yusuf to continue from the pavilion end on the centre. The partnership is now worth 26 runs between Katie Martin and Susie Bates, the skipper for New Zealand. New Zealand losing 3 quick wickets earlier this morning, winning the toss, putting themselves to bed. But the pressure is really mounted on by Pakistan onto the New Zealanders, and a good game we are expecting to see here. Next one, chipped it over the inner circle. That will run away to the fence. A good shot coming in from Katie Martin, and a good boundary there. So 4 runs for the first delivery of Sadia Yusuf's over. Flighted the ball, got to the pitch there, and a very good shot coming in from Katie Martin.
Well, absolutely, and looks like just the way we were discussing that Katie Martin has been given the charge and the responsibility to go big, and she is living up to her captain's expectations there. She has indicated for a change of gloves maybe, and that also indicates that something different is going to come through. It's going to be very interesting. Bisma Maroof having a chat with Sadia Yusuf. No changes in the field whatsoever though. She is maintaining with the same field, though she's brought herself back onto the fine leg region there. Meanwhile, a single to cross over. Again, good smart cricket. A 4 followed by a single. That'll bring Susie Bates on strike.
Well, Sadia Yusuf has gone away for a few runs already from her first over as well. 8 runs she's gone away. A bit expensive to start off with, but she does create those chances, and those are the chances that the fielders will have to take. Good delivery from Sadia Yusuf, but very well played there by Susie Bates. A bit of a cheeky shot, as we would say it, and a good run. Well, in this case, Katie Martin was quick in her feet to get there. We did see a similar shot being played previously, where Amy Satterthwaite lost her wicket. So very good start from Katie Martin. Wide delivery. That will be called a wide by the umpire, by Sadia Yusuf. She's been a little expensive today, Neil.
Well, absolutely, and she's not the ones who would bowl those extras and get under pressure. But then, hey, if you're a bowler and if you're hit for a boundary on the very first delivery, well, the pressure is definitely on you. And that's exactly what we've seen with Sadia Yusuf in this particular over. Her first over, there was some good line and length that she bowled, and this time around there was a chance, but the fielder was a little too deep on the 30-yard circle. Maybe a shortish fielder, maybe a catch, but well, there are lots of maybes that one could put at Sadia Yusuf to continue. 2 more deliveries to go in this over, and she's already given away 7 runs so far. Meanwhile, played it towards the fine leg region. Bisma Maroof on the chase, and she'll pull the ball in and keep the batters there for a single. She in fact got herself out from the short mid-wicket region where she was fielding and went on towards the fine leg region, knowing the fact that for all those miscued shots, if she can stop them to just a single, otherwise for the backward square leg fielder who's standing on the boundary to come and cut it down, an easy 2 or even 3 could come through.
Yes, stepping out yet again, Susie Bates putting it in the gap there in the short mid-wicket area, and she will come back for 2 runs. So 2 runs to end the over. 13 overs gone. It's 67 for 3.
100 international cricket stars are about to step up the game. Shahid Afridi, Virender Sehwag, Kumar Sangakkara, Ewan Morgan, Shakib Al Hasan, Sarfaraz Ahmed. 90 minutes, 10 overs, 6 teams. Live from Sharjah Cricket Stadium, 14th to 17th December, T10 Cricket League.
Change in the bowling from the far end. Sanamir given a break after her spell of 3 overs, 17 runs. We see Zaveria Khan coming in. She is someone who has the ability to pick wickets. Does get a tad expensive, but she is a very, very smart bowler. She knows how and when to pick those wickets, and that's a very smart move there by skipper Bisma Maroof to bring Zaveria Khan in. There's a partnership that's been building, 36 runs between these two girls, and that is something that Pakistan would look to break. Meanwhile, this one has been chipped over the infield. Will get a single, not aiming for the double, and that'll bring Susie Bates on strike against Saveria Khan.
You know what? They had a bit, we were seeing the batsmen having a quick chat in between the overs. They probably wanted in to bring, for them to attack now, Neil, because they are in the 14th over. They do realize that the total is for sure not enough, so they will be going for those runs. And a bit of a chase there for the fielder. The ball will reach the fence nonetheless, slowly and steadily. So, welcome boundary for the skipper, Susie Bates. She wouldn't mind that at all because she knows she's going to need a lot of it already. If you compare it to the previous games, Neil, by this time, New Zealand had very easily crossed the 100 mark.
Well, yes, and today they are very far from that, and they wouldn't like to be in this situation. And that's what they're trying to change by getting the ball to the fence. Meanwhile, stepping down this time, playing it back to the bowler. Saveria Khan doing a good job of fielding it, and Katie Martin giving a hand. Now, this is sportsmanship, whatever you see, the animosity amongst the teams when they are going against each other. But when a situation like this comes up and we see a hand been given by Katie Martin to Saveria Khan, it makes you feel so good about the sport that we all love, play and watch.
Yes, it's the spirit of cricket. That's what it's all about. Neil, back in the day, we used to play these tournaments with the Asian countries, and it's so good to bring so many people globally, so many women together to play a game, to get competitive, in keeping all the hard feelings and everything aside. It's about globally bringing women together. So we will have a bit of a chat about that towards after the short break. So 14 overs gone. It's 73 for 3.
100 international cricket stars are about to step up the game. Shahid Afridi, Virender Sehwag, Kumar Sangakkara, Ewan Morgan, Shakib Ul Hasan, Sarfaraz Ahmed. 90 minutes, 10 overs, 6 teams. Live from Sharjah Cricket Stadium, 14th to 17th December, T10 Cricket League.
So change in the bowling from the pavilion end as well, Charvi. This time it's the skipper herself. It's very interesting to see the way she has been making those changes in the bowling, and the flighted delivery, the way she bowls this one, a chance, but no, a 2 bounce to Alia Riaz, who's fielding on the long on fence, and will get a single for Susie Bates and will bring her off strike. Biswa Maroof, again, a very wily bowler. She gives a lot of air, loops the ball, and brings in that element of doubt every time the batter is facing her, and then will slip in a quick one in the middle, completely unawares of what she can do. The batters do get confused. Meanwhile, this one, again a similar delivery, played it towards the square leg region, will get a single.
Yeah, she does that. She really uses the air, puts the ball up in the air, not, dodging, putting that bit of a doubt in the mind of the batsman. Because, when the ball is up in the air, you don't know, it might come down too quickly, it might just take that tad bit of time, making the batsman wait. Yet again, that's put away, that will go. 1 bounce over the fence, 4 runs for Susie Bates. Judged the ball very well, took it as a full toss right in the air and put it away for a welcome boundary. So takes the score up for New Zealand on to 75 now. 3 wickets have gone, and the run rate, Neil, today we've seen hasn't gone over 5 runs and over. They're just playing around between 5 to 5.45 compared to the previous games where the run rate was about 7 runs and over.
Well, yes, and that's all courtesy to some really good bowling at the start by Natalia Pervez, who got rid of Sophie Devine very early in the day, and also Maddie Green was taken off the attack. And meanwhile, this one is up in the air but will land just short of the charging wicketkeeper. Otherwise, we would have seen the end of Susie Bates. This is so good, very attacking, charging down, trying to take it as a full toss, getting a top edge, and the keeper running in Sidra Nawaz. But when you get a top edge, the ball swirls and it moves in a direction which is unknown. And unless your physics is really good and you're able to calculate on how the ball will turn and move, well, there is a chance that you have to take. Meanwhile, it's the end of the 15th over, 79 for 3.
100 international cricket stars are about to step up the game. Shahid Afridi, Virender Sehwag, Kumar Sangakkara, Ewan Morgan, Shakib Al Hasan, Sarfaraz Ahmed. 90 minutes, 10 overs, 6 teams. Live from Sharjah Cricket Stadium, 14th to 17th.
So it will be Javeria Khan to continue from the far end, and Katie Martin and Susie Bates making this partnership look good. A bit of a dive there for Susie Bates to get back. Good piece of fielding. The skipper standing at the short mid-wicket region, and the ball not trying to go by. I think both these batsmen have been trying to clear Misbah Maroof that area, the short mid-wicket area, and to put it in the gap there between the long on and the deep mid-wicket fielder. The next delivery to Katie Martin, put away, that will go straight to the square leg fielder, and they will pick up just the one more run, and the 80 up for New Zealand, slowly and steadily just entering into the 6th over. And I think this is great bowling from Pakistan.
Undoubtedly, there was a good full toss, the previous one, unable to put it through. Charging in this time round, a direct hit, but no. Misbah Maroof at the mid-wicket region, short mid-wicket region, has been very alert, very sharp, and we've seen some really good fielding performances through the day. Some good direct hits, and even the great catches that were taken earlier in the day. The wickets definitely have dried up, and a good partnership of 50 runs between these two. Susie Bates and Katie Martin. Susie Bates 26 in the contribution and 23 for Katie Martin in this partnership of 50. This one swept away, will get a single, and this is not what Misbah Maroof would want. She would want a couple of wickets to fall right now because, well, I mean, there are 4 overs to go after this one, and there is a big opportunity for the New Zealanders to take the score to about 120, 130. Though Misbah Maroof would be happy with that, because she earlier in the day during the toss had said that they would want to keep New Zealand below 130, but still, lesser the better.
Yeah, well, also Neil, I think what they would be looking to do, Pakistan, which they've really done well, is they're bowling to their field today, exactly where they would want the batsman to hit. The next one, that ball was in the air for a while, but that might just good effort there in the field, but a good drive coming in from the skipper. So yet another boundary coming in for New Zealand. So a boundary to end the over. It's 16 overs gone. It's 86 for 3.
A 100 international cricket stars are about to step up the game. Shahid Afridi, Virender Sehwag, Kumar Sangakkara, Ewan Morgan, Shakib Al Hasan, Sarfaraz Ahmed. 90 minutes, 10 overs, 6 teams. Live from Sharjah Cricket Stadium, 14th to 17th December, T10 Cricket League.
Nashra Sandhu to continue from the pavilion end. She's coming in to bowl her 3rd over, and the good delivery. Good delivery to start with. Very good delivery. Hitting the side of the pads for Katie Martin. Not being able to get even a bit of a touch of the bat on that occasion. The current run rate is around 5.23, and Pakistan will be looking to restrict them in these last 4 overs. The next one, yet again, going straight to the fielder. And then we were talking about this, how well the bowlers have bowled to their field today. Exactly where to the field. We've seen most of the deliveries go straight into the hands of the fielder, which is, I think, very good stuff from the bowler's end.
Very true, and they have been bowling to a very tight line in length, and the fielders have been doing their job. Meanwhile, this one has been played straight to Alia Riaz, who was manning the long on fence. Will get a single, and we haven't seen Natalia Pervez enter the field yet. Iram Javed is still fielding at the long off boundary line, which means she will have to either get in before the start of the 17th over, or looks like, and even if she gets in, she wouldn't be able to bowl because as the rule says, for the number of overs that you're out, you have to be in for those many overs before you get to bowl. And Natalia Pervez has been out for a larger period of overs, and those many overs are not remaining in the game.
Well, I think, Neil, she probably will just come in, when Pakistan gets into bat, she will get an opportunity to bat at her order. It's probably something that will be in play, apart from the fact that she won't get an opportunity. The next one, that's gone straight in the hands of Sana Mir, and that is going to be the wicket of Katie Martin to fall. Something that Pakistan was very, very eagerly looking for, and the wicket coming in for Nashra Sandhu. 88 for 4 now, 16.5 overs have gone, and it is Katie Martin to walk back just when the partnership had started to get going. There was a wicket to fall, so that will be 88 for 4 now. Katie Martin walking back for 25. I think she was trying to clear the inner circle, but a good catch there by Sana Mir nonetheless at the cover region. So the catch coming in just at the right time. And it is the next batsman in to walk in is Katie Perkins. She will have to start from scratch, just ensure that they go for everything they've got now into the 17th over. Just 3 more overs to go after this one, Neil. I think New Zealand has struggled through today.
Well, they definitely have. One Katie replacing the other. Will she perform in the same way that the previous one was? We'll have to wait and watch. 45 matches, 384 runs at an average of 8.53. That's not a very inspiring average, though. But I'm so sure that she comes to bat at a number where most of the batting has already been done by the likes of Susie Bates and Sophie Devine. So it's very rare for her to come and do something really big. But when the opportunities come through, you need to seize them, and that is what Katie Perkins would be looking at. She's got a little over 3 overs to play on with, and she's got the skipper giving her company. Meanwhile, Nashra Sandhu coming in from the pavilion end to bowl the last ball of this over. 2 runs coming in so far and a wicket. She would be mighty delighted with this performance of her in this over.
Yes, she would be. That was the wicket to fall of Katie Martin. And that will be the end of the over as well. So 17 overs gone. It's 89 for 4.
100 international cricket stars are about to step up the game. Shahid Afridi, Virender Sehwag, Kumar Sangakkara, Ewan Morgan, Shakib Al Hasan, Sarfaraz Ahmed. 90 minutes, 10 overs, 6 teams. Live from Sharjah Cricket Stadium, 14th to 17th December, T10 Cricket League.
Sana Mir to continue from the far end. Zaveria Khan given a little bit of break, and it's going to be really good to see what chances she creates. Zaveria Khan previously bowled 2 overs, gave away 13 runs, and was taken off. Sana Mir coming in to bowl the last over of her spell. Before this, she's bowled 3 overs, 17 runs. Not any wickets to her name, but took a splendid catch to get rid of Katie Martin there at the cover region. The ball dropping right in front of her. She had to move a little forward and put in a little dive to take that catch. These catches are not very easy, Charvi. When the ball is dropping in front of you, you have to make that adjustment and calculate the amount of dive that you will put in, and always risky at the same time, because if the ball bounces, and there's a big chance of it coming and hitting your face straight on.
Yes, well, that is the chance that they do have to take, and that is something that does happen in the game of cricket. Some injuries coming in and out, and we do know that Natalia Pervez is still in the dressing room getting a bit of a treatment for a bit of a slip. So Sana Mir to continue stepping out, pushing it in the gap, Susie Bates, and they will settle just for the single. I think singles is something that they're not looking at, Neil. They need those big shots to come in. But a commendable job here from the Pakistani bowling side. They have restricted New Zealand and really stopped those runs, not let too many boundaries or the big shots go in. And even for the singles, they've really made New Zealand work hard for them.
Absolutely. Singles all the way from here on will probably take them to 105-ish. But that's not something that they'll be happy with, New Zealand. They would want to at least reach in the range of 120, for which they will have to hit a few boundaries. A few boundaries here and there. I'm so sure that the score would look decent. I wouldn't say great, I wouldn't say defendable, but definitely decent. Pakistan also bats well, they bat deep, and they would go back in the dressing room with a lot of confidence after their effort in the field. This time around, diving to save a definite 2, I wouldn't say a 4, because there was a fielder at the deep mid wicket to save that odd boundary, but a very good effort in the field by the skipper, running now to reach the fine leg position inside the 30-yard region, protecting those odd miscued shots.
She just wants to give an opportunity for the single to come in. The fielder coming in very quickly from the deep. They're looking for the second, but we'll just settle for the 1 run coming in at the end of the over. So 18 overs gone. It's 94 for 4.
100 international cricket stars are about to step up the game. Shahid Afridi, Virender Sehwag, Kumar Sangakkara, Ewan Morgan, Shakib Al Hasan, Sarfaraz Ahmed. 90 minutes, 10 overs, 6 teams. Live from Sharjah Cricket Stadium, 14th to 17th December, T10 Cricket League.
Nasha Sandhu to continue from the far end. She is going to be bowling her last over. Stepping out straight to the fielder. A quick run there. Oh, bit of a quick throw from the skipper. Would have put Katie Perkins into a bit of a trouble at the non-striker's end. And but yet again, Neil, if you look at Nasha Sandhu's figures, this is great. 3.1 overs, 1 maiden, 9 runs and 1 wicket for the youngster.
Well, undoubtedly, she is one of those promising youngsters who's done a lot for the Pakistan women's team. Meanwhile, this one charging in, Iram Javed in action, diving in. A beautiful dive there by Iram Javed and saved a certain boundary. The skipper coming in, giving it a 5 to Iram Javed, who's subbing in for Natalia Pervez. Iram Javed has been rested out of this game, and she did a good job there at the boundary. You see that Susie Bates charged in. It didn't really come off the meat of the bat, but still Iram Javed had to do a lot to get the ball back into play.
Yes, the next one flighted yet again. Shuffles on this occasion, Susie Bates, and puts it away towards the long on region. They will come back for 2 runs. Easily taken 2 runs, and they are now looking to dominate, Neil. We see they are hungry for those runs to come in. 99 for 4 now, New Zealand. 5.35 the current run rate is on, and they are going to want to at least score close to 130 to add for New Zealand to add the pressure back on.
Well, 130 would be something that would make New Zealand very, very happy, but I think it's a little out of the reach if you don't hit those boundaries, and those boundaries are definitely not coming through. Again, 2s, I mean, they're doing it, they're playing it in the gap, they're not playing it into the hand of the fielders, and by that giving themselves an opportunity to convert that single into a double. And I must say, Katie Perkins has been running really, really hard, and so is Susie Bates, who's playing on 49 and just 1 shot off her 50. Meanwhile, New Zealand has reached their 100 mark, 101. New Zealand, oh, that was so close. Did that just hit the stumps and the bails didn't get off? I would be very interested to see the replay there.
Well, the bat just, I think Susie Bates did realize the ball was going, then she just got the ball dead at that moment. Left the ball there. Didn't let it go onto the stumps. So good thinking there from Susie Bates. Puts it away yet again. And that with that single, that will be the captain's 50. She will go back for the 2. And a quick bit of an appeal there. But good running. It's good running from these 2 batsmen. The 50 up for the skipper. Also, the 100 for New Zealand. So the 103 for 4 at the end of 19 overs. Sadia Yusuf brought into the attack from the far end. She's completed her 2 overs, 14 runs. No wicket for Sadia Yusuf. Been a little expensive today. And she will be bowling in to Katie Perkins. She's on 5 of 6 deliveries. Flighted, chipped over the inner circle. That will go away. The ball will run away to the boundary. Bit of a chase there for the fielders, but won't be able to stop those 4 runs to come in. So 107 for 4 now. And Katie Perkins has quickly moved on to 9 runs. Susie Bates with her is on 51. This partnership worth 19 runs. And they will look to dominate. So the first delivery going for 4 runs, Neil. They have got 5 more deliveries for New Zealand to ensure that they have a decent total put on board.
Well, yes, and Sadia Yusuf, they will have to take a chance of her bowling, and even if it means that there is something that has to be dangerous, but this one is not. A simple shot which pierced the 2 fielders and did that beautifully, running down to the fence. Another 4, 2 boundaries of the first 2 deliveries of the Sadia Yusuf over. I'm so sure she's not going to be too happy with it. A low full toss there, and this one was played beautifully by Katie Perkins, beg your pardon, and has gone for a 4. Susie Bates is getting some rest on the non-strikers end. They've been doing some crazy running in the previous over. The running between the wickets was insane, to say the least. But right now she's getting a breather while Katie Perkins is doing all the hitting and trying to get as many runs as possible. 111 for New Zealand. 4 more deliveries to go. This one played it straight towards the long on fielder. Will get a single, and Susie Bates will take the strike.
Well, the 9 runs coming off the first three deliveries for New Zealand. 112 for 4. And Susie Bates is on 51 or 55 deliveries that she's faced. She's played a captain's knock here after losing the first 4 wickets very, very quickly. And she's been here right from the start of the first over. Puts it up. It's up in the air. And that is going to be a massive hit. A 6 coming in for the skipper. A very good shot there from Susie Bates. And the umpire raising both his hands up, signalling to the scorer that that's 6 runs from the captain's bat.
Well, came in a little later in the day, but nonetheless, as long as these runs come in, they are very important. Every single run is important. And again, we see the weather's changing, Charvi. The cloud cover coming in again. These are very short bursts of the cloud cover that we are seeing in. But, well, in this part of the world, if you see a solitary cloud going over your head, you feel happy because it's November and time for November rains maybe.
Yes, probably. The winter is starting to come in. The weather is a little better. It's been a little cooler in the mornings in the past few days. And Sadia Yusuf to continue bowling to Susie Bates. The ball comes in. Flatter delivery, but still will go up in the air. Takes that aerial route straight down the ground. Another 6.
2 6s and 2 balls. Earlier we saw 2 4s and 2 balls by Katie Perkins, and the senior partner Susie Bates says, hey, if you can hit 2 4s and 2 balls, I can do better. 2 6s and 2 balls, and that is so good. This is late charging, but well, as long as the runs are coming, you already got 21 runs in this over. It's a very, very big over. Pakistan will not be very happy with this performance of theirs. In the last over, they've leaked way too many. They could have controlled and kept New Zealand in the range of below 110, but right now, there's a possibility of 130.
Oh, well, there is a possibility. She will go for that one. Susie Bates chipping it over the inner circle on the offside, but there is a fielder coming in from the sweeper cover region. They will come back quickly for the 2 runs. So it is 23 runs to end the over. It will be the end of 20 overs. It's 126 for 4, putting up a target for Pakistan to chase at 127 in their 20 overs to win.
A very good performance earlier in the day by the bowlers. Ayman Anwar, who bowled 3 overs, gave away 19 runs, didn't get any wicket. Natalia Parvez, a pick of the bowler today. 3 overs, 12 runs, and picked up 2 wickets. Nasha Sandhu got a wicket, gave away 17 runs in her 4 overs. The rest of the bowlers have been wicketless. Sana Mir bowling 4, 22 runs. She gave away. Sadia Yusuf, very expensive in the end. Very unlikely of her. 37 runs she gave away in her 3 overs. Zaveria Khan 2 overs, 13, and Bisma Maroof bowled a solitary over, giving away 6 runs. And as far as the bowling is concerned, the batting is concerned, some really good batting performances there. In spite of the fact that Sophie Devine got early by Sidra Amin in the bowling of Natalia Pervez on 6 runs. Susie Bates and Katie Perkins ensured that they see through the innings really well. Susie Bates 65 not out, the late charge in the end of 58 deliveries. Maddie Green caught Alia Riaz, a beautiful catch in the deep there by Natalia Pervez. She was bowling 5 runs of 9 deliveries. Amy Satterthwaite, a direct hit by Sidra Amin, saw the back of her, scoring 8 runs in 9 deliveries. And Katie Martin was caught by Sana Mir, a diving catch there in the bowling of Nashra Sandhu. She scored 25 of 28 deliveries. Katie Perkins at the end, 14 runs of 9 deliveries with 2 back-to-back boundaries in the last over.
So we will be back after a short break for the chase of Pakistan. Do stay with us. And Pakistan require 127 runs to win in their allotted 20 overs. We will be back shortly.
100 international cricket stars are about to step up the game. Shahid Afridi, Virender Sehwag, Kumar Sangakkara, Evan Morgan, Shakib Al Hasan, Sarfaraz Ahmed. 90 minutes, 10 overs, 6 teams. Live from Sharjah Cricket Stadium, 14th to 17th December, T10 Cricket League.